What is going on, beautiful people? Today we're going to talk about how my life changed after creating two small YouTube channels with less than 10,000 subscribers total. Now, this is a common trend going on among a lot of the newer, smaller content creators. Not necessarily newer, but smaller. And I love it. I love watching people's videos talking about how their lives have changed before their YouTubes have taken off. So I'm going to create my own version of it because my story is a little bit differently. One, I do have two YouTube channels, and two, while I would like to have a clickbaity thumbnail as how my YouTube channels changed with only like 50 subscribers or 200 or whatever the viral ones are taken off at, mine is under 10,000. I'm getting pretty close to 10,000. So I want it to be honest. And for some people out there, you might be thinking, whoa, 10,000 is a lot. That's like my goal. But to me, it still feels like a small channel. And in the grand scheme of things, and compared to some channels out there, it is definitely very small. And it's not a big enough success for me to, quit my day job. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about YouTube. And hopefully watching this video, you will get some insight and feel inspired to possibly go out there and create your own YouTube channels. Or maybe you do have your own YouTube channel and you're just here hanging out with me. Either way, or maybe you're just watching this video to watch this video. Either way, it's going to be a fun one. So let's talk about YouTube. So why did I want to create a YouTube channel, or two YouTube channels rather? Well, fun fact about me, I actually started two YouTube channels at two different times in my lives. One was like a little gaming channel. I think it was called like Team StarCraft, like Team Game StarCraft games. And the other one before that was called The Broccoli Night, which was where I was really on this mission to just be motivational and inspirational and to try to like help people out in dark places. But funnily enough, like both those channels failed. And they failed for their obvious reasons. One, I never took it too seriously. Two, I still had a lot of growing to do. And three, the timing was not right. Do I wish I took that more seriously? Sure. So if you were debating YouTube right now, take my advice. If I had taken this more seriously years ago, I'd probably be way further down the spectrum than I am right now. But it's about the journey. So why did I want to become a YouTuber and make YouTube videos? And the answer for that is very, very simple. So the crazy thing, guys, is basically everything about me today. My mindsets, a lot of my core beliefs, my daily habits, the way I take care of myself, the man I am today, the character, the integrity, all the core values I've pulled up. A lot of this information, guys, I'll be real with you, I have learned it through YouTube. Now, I wasn't gifted with like the perfect set of parents who could show me awesome guidance and the ways of interpreting and understanding this world me and you live in. No, my dad was out of the picture. I haven't seen him since I was like 6. He was abusive, not a masculine role model for me, not a father figure for me. My mom, love her to death, bless her heart, but she's the kind of woman who's just like, just pray, it'll be okay, which that does have its own merit, but I've always needed a more detailed understanding of this game of life we play and, emotions and all that stuff. So when I tell you that the man I am today is basically because of YouTube, I'm not lying. I found beautiful mentors on YouTube. They don't even know me in real life. I just watch their videos. People who have shown me amazing ways to interpret this world around us, to understand the universe, to take care of myself, mobility routines, meditations. I learned how to get sober from YouTube. I'm 3.5 years sober and alcohol free. I educated myself on what alcohol really is and how to break addictive habits. Intermittent fasting, like everything about my life and the ways I've grown and my understandings of the world around me is because I found beautiful people on YouTube who have shared their wisdom with me and allowed me to adopt it for my own, into my own frame as my own person. And a lot of this life game we play, I learned everything about it from YouTube. So of course, I think YouTube's the coolest job in the world, because why would you not want to do something or try and make a living basically just being yourself and giving back value to the world in your own way? So that's kind of the backstory of why I was really inspired to do YouTube, because I'd find myself in dark places multiple times in my life, depressed states, low vibration states, self-sabotaging, loathing, self-hate. And through finding guidance and the right videos on YouTube, I was able to slowly but surely build myself up and escape those old patterns and negative beliefs that were really holding me back. So what are my 5 reasons and ways that I've changed since I started my YouTube channel? This was kind of a longish intro, but I felt like it was necessary. So the first thing I would say that changed for me after starting a YouTube channel is I got to feel all the benefits and the confidence boosts of getting out of my comfort zone. Guys, literally, when you haven't actually pulled out your phone and talked to an inanimate object, like this might be me because I'm a millennial. I'm sure Gen Alphas and the younger people here are probably like, oh, I talk to my phone all the time. But for me, it felt like the weirdest thing to do. And if you watch my very first videos on my old channel, they're absolute cringe. I would try and like talk, but I had like no speaking skills, no public speaking skills. I was super uncomfortable on camera. Like I really wanted to do this, but it was so hard to put myself out there. And then not only did it help me get out of my comfort zone and be more expressive with myself, but it also allowed me to develop thick skin and really that mentality of, listen, like you can have your own opinions about me, but I don't care. I have my own opinions about myself. If there's something I need to change, I'll be open to that possibility, but the criticism, iron skin, baby. And that's the thing you have to have. Like when you put yourself on YouTube and you create content, you've got to have thick skin. This world we live in, there's so many haters. You can make the best video. Like, for example, I have a ton of videos talking about like sobriety and getting your mental health together. And even on some of those videos, there will be people who drop the most vile, hating comments when all I'm trying to do is help people get their lives back together. So just to put things in perspective. So that is the first amazing thing that's changed with me since YouTube, is that I had learned to develop very thick skin, and I really do not care what anybody on the internet thinks about me. That being said, I can have the freedom to express myself, be who I want to be, say what I want to say, be transparent, be honest, be open to as much as my heart contents. And those were skills I did not lack. I used to be this person who did not have thick skin. I was always worried about what the world thought of me, what these people think of me, how do I look, are they judging me? All of that I've been able to actually get rid of. A lot of it through YouTube, some of it through just trial and error in the real world. But YouTube was definitely a big one, especially learning to deal with like the toxic and negative comments and really just take it for what it is, look at it and realize that this person who's talking all this bad stuff to me, it's not me. People who are angry with their own lives and they're not happy with themselves are the ones talking all this shit on the internet to other people. And once I realized that, it doesn't matter what you say to me. I know if you're out here talking toxic comments, you're not a happy person, and I feel bad for you, and I hope you get your shit together. Because happy people don't do that. If you're happy right now watching this, do you go on the video internet like, oh, let me talk some shit? No, you don't. Let's move on to the second thing, guys. So the second thing that changed with me through YouTube was that I realized how necessary it is for us as human beings to actually be a little bit creative. Now, the spectrum of creativity will vary from person to person, but I didn't realize this until this point in my life when I started making content and putting things out in the world, that I'm actually way happier when I'm creating and expressing myself. And making videos and content is basically a way to express yourself. You can talk, you can make funny videos, you can learn how to video edit, and the ability to just express yourself as a human makes you very happy. Like I have found that when I take a break from making videos and I'm not making content for a few weeks, my happiness goes down because I'm not creating. I might be existing, but I'm doing a lot of consuming. I'm consuming other people's content. I'm watching other things. I'm watching Netflix. I'm watching social media. I'm just looking at the other world, but I'm not focused on my own world and my own creative heart. But when I switch those gears and I turn down the consuming, turn up the creating, and just put on my camera, talk, vibe with you guys, and make a little content, it makes me feel just so much better about myself. And it feels really good to just actually create something for yourself and put it out in the world. And this is going to segue into my third thing about YouTube that's changed with me is I've become a lot more proud and confident of myself because my channels are both monetized. And that's a milestone in itself. You can start making a little bit of ad revenue. Now, I'm not making enough money to like quit my day job, but my last YouTube paycheck between both channels was actually $520, which is not a lot, which is fine for me. I'm a nurse. I have my day job. It's okay. This is all side income. But the fact that I'm at like $500,000 of income coming in from just ad revenue from me making YouTube videos, and my other channel is a gaming channel, and just playing games and goofing off and having that turn into money in my pocket, like that's groceries, that's food, that's gas, that's $500 is a decent chunk of change extra on top of your own income. And it scales. As long as I stay consistent, as long as the views keep coming, that'll just go up and up and up. And that's an amazing feeling, like making money for yourself out of something that you created with your own blood, sweat, tears, and just doing your own thing, and realizing that you actually, people want to watch your videos. People want to see you making content. You might not think you're worthy or have something to say, but I can guarantee you, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you're at, what your interests are. Like, there's an audience and there's people that will connect and resonate with you somewhere in the world. It's a big world. The most obscure channels and interests have viewers and people who like watching them, and you might not think you're good on camera, and that's fine. Like, nobody's good on camera to start, but you will feel so much pride, and you'll feel so proud of yourself, even if you're not monetized yet, even if you're just starting off. The fact that you're creating something and putting it out in the world instead of just consuming just creates so much underlying happiness and self-esteem for yourself, and you will feel proud. You will feel proud that you embarked on this journey and you're actually doing something and working on building something for yourself, because we're here, guys. We have this one life to live. Why not build a little something for yourself and play around and enjoy the ride? Fourth thing. So I'm actually having trouble reading my own handwriting. What did I write here? Okay. All right. So the fourth thing, guys, is I have learned so many skills. So the thing with like YouTubing is it's not just YouTubing. When you set out to build YouTube videos and make content, you're actually signing up to learn multiple skills, which I've all learned from YouTube. So you learn how to create thumbnails for your videos. You learn how to talk on camera, how to speak in a way you're kind of a podcaster, depending on your style of content. You learn how to edit videos, render videos, upload them to YouTube, even some marketing like promoting. Maybe you're taking it super seriously and making shorts for social media. You will learn so many skills. And I learned how to make thumbnails. I learned how to edit in DaVinci Resolve. I'm still learning more new things every day. I learned how to, put the music on. I learned how to talk better and more fluid on camera, get straight to the point, articulate myself better, connect a little bit better. And these are skills that are amazing to have. But not only that, you don't know what opportunities these skills will take you to. Like, there was always a time in my life where I wished I knew how to edit a video and like to make a video, just because I wanted to like make something cool with like some music on it, or just like a little fan skateboarding video. I don't know. But now I could say I can do that. If I ever want to just make a video for fun, a video for family, a video for friends, if I want to just edit up some little montages of my life just so I can reflect on it later, I have those skills now. Because when you set out to do YouTube, you're setting out to become multiple things: thumbnail designer, video editor, sound designer, like marketer. Like, there's so many different aspects of learning on YouTube. Now, this shouldn't dishearten you from learning, because you'll learn these. I didn't learn them all at the same time. I learned them one at a time. I just went about my business, check one box, check one box, check one box, and it's just the natural flow of things. As you get more into YouTube, you will learn additional skills, and who knows how these skills will carry me forward in my life and what doorways they will open up for me. Number 5, and the last thing that's changed with me since doing YouTube, is I've left a legacy. Maybe it's not a big legacy, maybe it's not the most impactful legacy, but if I were to die tomorrow, God forbid, like, that would suck. But it is some condolences to know that, hey man, I've got like 300 gaming videos on my gaming channel of me just goofing off, having a good time. People could remember me by that. But then I've got all these videos on this channel where I'm real and I talk about dealing with like depression and sobriety and getting your life together and focusing on your mental health. And that's great, man. Like, people will know who I was for a little bit. Old friends can watch those videos. I can continue helping the world even when I'm gone from the world, just by putting this out on the internet for as long as the internet exists or whatever. And if I did have kids one day and I died and I wasn't able to raise my kids, these videos are out here. My kids would get to know who their father was. And that's a beautiful feeling, knowing that you've left something here in the world that's a part of this world, a little bit of a legacy, something for people to remember you by. And the fact that you just created it from scratch, you expressed your feelings, you showed your emotions, you shared what you learned, you enjoyed the human experience. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, guys. So I'm going to leave you on this note. So if you're on the fence about starting a YouTube channel and not feeling inspired, there's a couple things you should know. Everybody feels those things. That doesn't mean you don't start. Just start. And expect your first 100 videos to be bad. That's probably the best advice anyone's ever going to tell you. Expect your first 100 videos to be bad and absolute cringe. If I look on my old channels, the videos are cringe. They're bad. And even now, it's a work in progress. Try to improve 1% better every day. Work on your thumbnails, work on your sound design, work on your speaking skills, work on being more engaging. It's fun to enjoy the process, and it doesn't really matter about the destination. And the cool thing about YouTube, guys, is that you can use YouTube as a creative outlet. You can use it to just be creative and express yourself. Maybe you don't care about money. Maybe you just want to create something for the world, just for the joy of creating. That's amazing. Maybe you do want a little side hustle and you want the ad revenue. You want to make content that gets views so you can have a little extra change in your pocket. That's beautiful. Maybe you want to take it super seriously and turn your YouTube into a business. That's also a possibility for you. There's plenty of YouTube channels with barely any subscribers that have that make a lot of money just from like their main business or their main job, just from a few big clients or whatever. My point is, guys, don't wait to start. YouTube is an amazing journey, and I'm so happy that I started this journey, even though it's technically 6 years ago, seriously 2 years ago, and I've got a long ways to go. And who knows where it's going to take me and what doorways it's going to open. But that's okay. I'm just here for the fun of it and to enjoy the ride and create, express, be grateful, connect with people, and try to leave the world a little better than I found it. So don't wait, just start. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way.